sure about this?
No.
YouTube's free movie section is stacked with films you probably forgot about, or maybe never even realized were hiding there. While everyone's busy scrolling through Netflix or Prime, YouTube has been quietly housing some solid gems worth a rewatch. From cult sci-fi favorites to heartfelt dramas and wild comedies, these picks prove you don't always have to pay to find your next great binge. Number 10. Shallow Hal.
Billy? Billy? Daddy!
Daddy!
The Farrelly brothers are no strangers to outrageous comedy, but with Shallow Hal they aimed for something sweeter beneath the jokes. Released in 2001, it stars Jack Black as Hal, a man obsessed with appearances who, after a run-in with self-help guru Tony Robbins, is hypnotized to see only inner beauty. Suddenly, he falls for Rosemary, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, a kind-hearted woman who appears to him as a slender beauty but is actually plus-sized. What could have been a one-note gag turns into a romantic comedy about perception, kindness, and what truly matters. The film leans into broad humor, especially with Jason Alexander's over-the-top best friend, but it also carries moments of surprising heart. Whether you find it silly or sincere, Shallow Hal is a reminder that attraction runs deeper than appearances. Number 9. Exodus: Gods and Kings. Ridley Scott is no stranger to sweeping epics, and Gods and Kings was his attempt to bring the story of Moses to the modern blockbuster stage. Released in 2014, the film casts Christian Bale as Moses and Joel Edgerton as Ramses, charting their journey from adopted brothers to bitter rivals as Moses leads the Hebrews out of Egypt. The scale is enormous. Plagues, chariots, and the parting of the Red Sea are rendered with jaw-dropping visual effects. It's a darker, grittier take on a tale most audiences knew from the Ten Commandments, blending Scott's trademark spectacle with political and personal drama. While the casting choices sparked controversy, the film remains a fascinating watch for its ambition, scope, and the way it reimagines one of history's most told stories. Number 8. Hitman.
Who are you?
Adapting a video game to the big screen is rarely easy, but Hitman leaned into the cold precision of its source material. Released in 2007, the film stars Timothy Olyphant as Agent 47, a genetically engineered assassin whose barcode tattoo and icy demeanor make him instantly recognizable. When a job goes wrong, he finds himself tangled in a political conspiracy involving doubles, betrayals, and a mysterious woman who forces him to question his programming. The movie's international settings, Moscow, Istanbul, and beyond, give it a sleek, globe-trotting feel, while Olyphant commits fully to the stoic intensity of the role. Critics weren't kind, but audiences showed up, pushing the film past $100 million at the box office. For fans of stylish action and shadowy espionage, Hitman remains a guilty pleasure worth revisiting. Number 7. Wall Street: Money Never Sleeps.
I did tell you, Jake. I did warn you.
It's easy to get in. It's hard to get out.
Oliver Stone returned more than 2 decades after the original Wall Street to revisit Gordon Gekko, once again played by Michael Douglas. This 2010 sequel takes place during the 2008 financial crisis, with Gekko fresh out of prison and eager to rebuild both his reputation and his fractured family. Shia LaBeouf joins as Jacob Moore, a rising trader who becomes entangled with Gekko while engaged to his daughter, played by Carey Mulligan. The film blends personal drama with big-stakes finance, charting the greed, betrayals, and market meltdowns that defined the era. Douglas slips seamlessly back into Gekko's skin, earning critical praise even when the film itself received mixed reviews. While it never fully reached the iconic status of the first movie, it remains a sharp reminder that, in Gekko's world, money truly never sleeps. Number 6. Scary Movie. When Scary Movie hit theaters in 2000, it wasn't just poking fun at the horror genre. It blew the door wide open on parody for a new generation. Directed by Keenen Ivory Wayans and written by the Wayans brothers, The film lampoons slasher staples like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, while tossing in jokes from The Matrix, The Blair Witch Project, and even The Usual Suspects. Anna Faris made her big screen debut here as Cindy Campbell, cementing herself as a comedy star. With its outrageous gags, over-the-top violence, and absolutely no regard for good taste, the movie became a cultural phenomenon, grossing over $278 million worldwide on a $19 million budget. Crude, chaotic, and endlessly quotable, Scary Movie redefined the spoof genre for the 2000s and spawned an entire franchise. Number 5. Need for Speed. Released in 2014, Need for Speed brought the iconic racing video game to the big screen with a blend of revenge drama and high-octane car chases. Aaron Paul stars as Toby Marshall, a blue-collar mechanic who hits the road to clear his name and settle the score after being framed by a ruthless rival. The movie leans hard on practical effects instead of CGI, meaning the crashes, flips, and breakneck stunts feel raw and authentic. Alongside Paul, Imogen Poots adds charm as his unexpected partner, while Michael Keaton delivers eccentric flair as the underground race organizer. Though critics weren't kind, the film found its audience overseas, earning more than $200 million worldwide. For fans of pure engine roar and street racing grit, Need for Speed delivers a throwback to old-school car action. Number 4. Sweet November.
You know he asked me to marry him,
It's not the first.
but it was the first time I wanted to say yes.
Released in 2001, Sweet November pairs Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron in a romantic drama set against the backdrop of San Francisco. Reeves plays Nelson Moss, an ambitious advertising executive whose rigid, work-driven life is upended when he meets Sarah Deaver, played by Theron. Sarah challenges him to spend just 1 month with her, promising it will transform his life. What begins as an odd arrangement soon blossoms into a bittersweet love story, though Sarah is hiding a devastating secret of her own. The film is a remake of the 1968 original, and while critics were harsh, calling it overly sentimental, it has since developed a cult following for fans of tearjerker romances. With its mix of fleeting joy and inevitable heartbreak, Sweet November is the kind of melodrama that lingers long after the credits roll. Number 3. The Maze Runner. Released in 2014, The Maze Runner kicked off one of the most successful young adult franchises of the decade. Dylan O'Brien stars as Thomas, a teenager who wakes up in a mysterious glade surrounded by towering stone walls and no memory of who he is. The only way out is through the maze, an ever-shifting labyrinth filled with monstrous biomechanical creatures known as grievers. What begins as a survival story soon turns into something much larger, as Thomas and the other gladers uncover the truth about the organization that trapped them there. Directed by Wes Ball in his feature debut, the film became a global hit, praised for its darker tone and gripping sense of mystery. It spawned 2 sequels, The Scorch Trials and The Death Cure, cementing its place in YA sci-fi history. Number 2. Snowpiercer.
Precisely 74% of you shall die.
Released in 2013, Snowpiercer is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi thriller directed by Bong Joon-ho in his English-language debut. Based on the French graphic novel Le Transpersonnage, the film takes place entirely on a massive train that endlessly circles a frozen Earth after climate engineering gone wrong wipes out most life. Chris Evans stars as Curtis, a reluctant leader of the oppressed passengers crammed into the tail section. With the help of allies played by Jamie Bell, Octavia Spencer, and Song Kang-ho, he stages a violent uprising that pushes forward car by car toward the front, where the enigmatic Wilford, Ed Harris, rules. Visually striking, brutally intense, and layered with social commentary, Snowpiercer was hailed by critics as one of the most ambitious dystopian films of the 2010s, blending gripping action with sharp political allegory. Number 1. Instant Family.
We love you. Please just go away.
When I'm pissed, you know what I like to do?
Really?
Released in 2018, Instant Family is a heartfelt comedy drama inspired by true events and directed by Sean Anders. Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne star as Pete and Ellie, a married couple who unexpectedly dive into foster care and find themselves parenting 3 siblings: teen Lizzie, Isabella Merced, sensitive Juan, and feisty little Lita. What begins as chaos, tantrums, heartbreak, and endless challenges gradually transforms into a journey of love, healing, and belonging. Supported by a colorful cast including Octavia Spencer, Tig Notaro, and Margot Martindale, the film blends laugh-out-loud moments with deeply moving emotional beats. Critics praised its balance of humor and sincerity, while audiences connected to its raw authenticity. With over $121 million at the box office, Instant Family became a rare family comedy that managed to be funny, tender, and truly inspiring all at once. And that's a wrap on our countdown. From outrageous parodies like Scary Movie, to the dystopian tension of The Maze Runner, and the heartfelt warmth of Instant Family, YouTube's free movie section is hiding more gems than most people realize.
The place I was raised, they didn't give us names. They gave us numbers.
If one of these films made your next watch list, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our latest breakdowns of hidden gems, cult classics, and binge-worthy finds.
Hello?
Wanna have a little fun?
Who's this?
Do you like scary movies?
Got a favorite free movie on YouTube we didn't cover? Drop it in the comments. We're always on the hunt for more underrated picks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the couch.